welcoming all for this last session, that is crop processing. So in this session we will discuss and we will see about what are all the process involved in paddy processing, like parboiling, drying, milling, so and millet processing, oilseed processing, pulses processing. So generally crop processing refers to the various methods and techniques used to handle and prepare food products, prepare crops for further use or consumption. So this involves certain different devices and systems to efficiently process crops in large quantities, and it also plays a crucial role in agriculture supply chain and plays a significant role in ensuring that crops are suitable for human consumption as well as animal feed, industrial use, and other purposes. So in this first one will be paddy. So paddy is scientifically referred to as Oryza sativa, as we all know, and the cultivated rice plant that belongs to the Poaceae family. And in this, the rice grain is made up of an outside husk layer, bran layer, and the endosperm. The husk layer accounts for 20% of the weight of paddy and helps protect the grain kernel from insect and fungal attacks. When the husk is removed, the rice is called as brown rice. And these are the structures of rice, which is nothing but husk, rice bran, white rice, and germs. The bran layer is made up of the pericarp and testa, alluring layer, and the embryo. The degree to which this bran layer removed is known as the milling degree. So based on this degree of bran layer removal, we are calling that milling degree. So this is the process of paddy. This involves nothing but paddy, rice, cleaning, cleaned paddy, de-husking, brown rice, and polishing, grinding, and white rice. So in between, after the paddy is cleaning, this may gone under for processing, like parboiling and drying. So we will see in this session. So paddy parboiling is nothing but a method that involves partially boiling paddy before milling. So this is nothing but a hydrothermal treatment of paddy, because it involves both the water and heat treatment. So this process carried out to achieve several objectives includes enhancing the nutritional value of rice, changing the texture of cooked rice, and reducing breakage during milling. So this process involves three key steps. The one is soaking, steaming, and drying. So these are the three processes which takes place in paddy parboiling process. So this parboiling leads to gelatinization of starch in the rice grains during the parboiling phase. Boiling phase. As the rice cools down, the amylase molecules reassociate and create a tightly packed structure. So this results in rice kernels that are harder and have a glassy appearance. So that we have a white rice. So there are different methods or techniques involved in parboiling. One is traditional methods and modern methods. The traditional methods involves a single steaming method, double steaming method, and a hot soaking method. And in modern method, there are different types like CFTRI and Jadavpur region, and based on different techniques, there are different technologies. So in CFTRI method, parboiled tanks are filled with clean water and is heated to a temperature of about 85 degrees Celsius by passing steam through the coils which are already placed inside the tank, so that the water gets heat up and the paddy grains are parboiled in these tanks as well. So paddy is dumped in the hot water as quickly as possible. The resulting temperature of paddy water mixture in the tanks stays around 70 degrees Celsius, and the soaking can be recirculated into the hot tank to maintain a constant temperature of 70 degrees Celsius. After the soaking for 3 to 3.5 hours, the soaking water will be drained out and kept open to remove water that condenses during steaming. So the soaking and steaming of paddy is done in the same tank. So this reduces the time of the uh, parboiling process. So this power boiling process has certain merits and demerits, which involves the merits of power boiling is improved nutritional value, reduced breakage, faster cooking, texture, extended shelf life, improved milling. Demerits is nothing but cost, complexity, energy consumption, water usage, environmental impact. So these are the certain demerits of the paddy power boiling. So de-risking of paddy is nothing but removal of outer layer of the paddy to get the rice. So this is the uh, crucial step in processing of paddy. So during this process, it is also important not to induce damage to the bran layers. So de-risking was being performed by different types of machines like disc sheller, centrifugal sheller, rubber roll sheller, rubber belt sheller. So all modern rice mills use now rubber roll type de-huskers. So there are different methods of de-husking: one-step milling, two-step milling, multi-stage milling. So based on the techniques used, these classifications have been defined. And milling equipments are like Huller, Underrunner disc huller, Engelberg huller, and centrifugal de-husker, rubber roll sheller. Likewise, we have seen in the previous sessions. And after the milling process, the rice will be undergone to polishing. So the polishing is nothing but the removal of outer layers of brown rice, which the pericarp, tegmen, alanine layers as well as germ, collectively called bran, so that we can get that white color of the grains. So whitening is also called primary polishing, and polishing is called secondary or final polishing. So the principle of polishing is quite different from that of de-husking. Husk that encloses the caryopsis quite tightly. It does not adhere to the grain, but brain layers wrapped on the endosperm are deeply embedded and fused together, so that we have to remove that bran layer to get the whitening process. So there are two types of process, one of emery and other of metal. So the abrasive polishers polish the grains by abrasion with emery, while the friction polishers polish by means of friction between the rice grains. So the abrasive polishes will take place there is a emery surface will be placed on the any rubber roll or any sheet. The grains will be make a friction between the emery and the grains, so that the bran layer will be removed. In friction metal polishes, the polishing will be takes place between the rice grains, so that the removal will be takes place. So these are the certain examples like vertical whitening, cone type, horizontal type abrasive polishes, and horizontal polishes. So these are certain types of polishes involved in these techniques. Next one will be modern rice mill. So the modern rice mill is nothing but handling of cleaning to bagging the rice particles, which involves destoning, parboiling, husking, husk separation, paddy separation, whitening, polishing, grading, blending, and weighing and packaging. So these are the process involved in the modern rice mill. So this is the layout of the modern rice mill. So the rice will be cleaned and destoned using destoner, and rubber roll seller or rubber roll husker will be used to separate the husk from the product from the paddy, and then will be processed with pot boiling, and then separation, and then to polishing, whitening, all the way through transporting and packaging. So this is the modern layout for modern rice mill. So next one will be wheat processing. Since the uh, wheat consists of many foreign particles like husk or any stones or any other unwanted materials. So first process will be cleaning, and then will be conditioning, breaking, sieving, reducing, and again sieving, grinding to flows. So these are the basic operations involved in wheat processing. And that pulse milling. So pulse milling is nothing but renowned. These pulses are renowned for their high protein content, as these are a vital source of plant-based protein in diets for the worldwide. So milling of pulse means a removal of outer covering or husk and splitting the grains into two equal halves. The husk is tightly held by kernels, so de-husking becomes difficult. For these milling operations, there are different techniques are used like wet milling, dry milling, Jabalpur region method, CFTRI method, Patnagar process or CAAE process. So dry milling process is more popular and used in many commercial mills. So in wet milling process, these are the flow chart or flow process for wet milling operations. The raw grain will be cleaned using sieves or chaff uh, or, any other dust from the product and soaking in water for 4 to 12 hours and mixing it with red earth to form a paste so that it can be stored for a longer period and also it helps to distract the animals or not to attract from the pest and then it will be dried under sun for in thin layers for 2 to 4 days and then de-husking and splitting of emery coated vertical chalky about 95 to 98% of grains are de-husked and splitted and then the splitted grains will be undergone for grading and then de-husked split that will be stored and packaged for consumer purposes and then in dry milling process there won't be any use of red earth but in this case we'll be using oil so oil will be used to to protect it from the insects or deterioration of the products so these are the simple flow chart flow progress for dry milling operations and then last one will be oil second last will be oil seed processing so we all know there are different oil seeds are produced in India and all over the world so for extracting the oil from the products like castor or sunflower seeds or groundnuts there are different methods are employed one of the methods is mechanical expression in the oil extraction so in mechanical expression the oil seeds are compressed in various types of compression devices or any other equipments to expel the oil from the product so in this process mechanically pressing liquid out of liquid containing solids are extracted so there are certain different techniques or different equipments are takes place in the worldwide like hydraulic press screw press or ram press so these are comes under mechanical expression and oil extraction techniques are used in many regions or many industries this involves the uh, usage of solvent usage of any chemicals or extract to remove the to extract the product like NXN are used to extract the product extract the oil from the oil seeds so this is the basic flow chart of oil seed processing so first the seeds will be cleaned and graded and then de-husking or decorticating will be done using either a manual operated or a mechanical operated and then size reduction will be takes place and the expellers are used to uh, expellers or extractors are used to extract the oil from the seeds and then oil filtration will be takes place and picking and marketing of oil will be takes place after that there will be formation of a cake meal so the cake meal can also be marketed or will be used for animal purpose animal consumption or it can be used as a fertilizer for the agricultural field so the last one will be millet processing so millet processing will takes place like cleaning destoning de-husking aspiration separation polishing grading and color sorting after that the particles will be packaging and sent to the marketing area or sent to consumers place so there are certain factors which needs to be considered while processing this millets millet grains This will be drying, cleaning, hulling, grading, milling, packaging, and fortification. So the fortification is nothing but processed millets to enhance the nutritional value, because the micronutrients are added to processed millets to enhance the nutritional value, to increase this nutritional contents. So these post-harvest processing techniques helps to ensure the quality, safety, and marketability of millets, making them more attractive to consumers and increasing the potential for using a wide range of food products. So these are the basic millet operations or millet processing involved in post-harvest technology, and this is all about crop processing like cereals, pulses, oilseeds, and millets. So thank you to all.